That's all you gotta do. Hold on. Go.
Let's do it at the same time.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, welcome back to The Social Seller with Conor Paulsen. I am so excited because today we have a special guest. Now, as anyone watching these knows, this has been years in the making creating this podcast. Today's special guest is Oscar, right? Now, Oscar is so... All right, we got to start this over.
I love it. Keep going, bro. I like it.
So, yeah, no, for real. We'll cut it.
Why?
We'll cut it.
You fucked up?
No. I know I can go stronger in the intro.
All right, go for it. 3, 2, 1.
Yo, welcome back to The Social Seller with Conor Paulsen. We have a special guest today, Oscar. We'll dive in here in just a second. Now, if you've watched the last 4 episodes, you've seen this commonality, right? We're trying to bring some of the best social sellers in a variety of areas and a variety of industries, right? But it's, we define social selling as providing value-based sales, right? So whether you're in sales or not, this is really about just communicating at a high level and looking at people, professionals a lot of times that are killing it in communication, right? And because they are, their businesses and their lives are a lot different than most people's, right? It's a life that you and me deserve to live. Now let's hop in. To give you context on why this is such a special episode, and I've been looking forward to this, is this passion project came because of Oscar, right? Us creating this podcast and all of this magic happening. I know we met here in the past year here in San Diego, might even be closer to 2 years,
right,
through some mutual friends,
right?
And not only do you have a podcast, you reached out to me. I was on your podcast,
yeah,
and I remember being a little intimidated. I was like, oh, shoot, you have the whole like legit system, the mics, everything. And I was like, all right, let's do it. And we had an awesome conversation. Now, it's crazy because you kept coming to me. Whenever we'd see each other, you're like, dude, we should definitely do a podcast. I'd be able to help. And I was like, nah. You're the reason, though, that it all came to fruition. So just to give some context, today's episode is really to better understand who's behind the social seller and give you some context of who we are as humans. So then that way when, we're having interviews, people have some context. Does that sound all right, Oscar?
Right, definitely. Yeah. I just think that the main reason why I told you to make a podcast because you are such a great public speaker. I think we already know that by now, right? I think your level of interviewing is like really good and you didn't notice it until I always keep pushing you. Bro, make a fucking podcast, bro. What the fuck are you doing? Like, you're really good at communicating, making questions. You know what I'm saying? And and this is so interesting because I never done video podcasts and it's such a different world. I thought audio is just gonna be audio, but when you realize video, it's like, fuck, it's like 10 steps further. So it's like so interesting. I thought it was just gonna be just one button, and no, it's just such a big step. And I'm learning, that's the beautiful part about it, that I'm fucking learning this other way. Cause it's not just fucking learning. I mean, that's like what you need to make these microphones work and like to make everything work and all this shit. It's so fucking crazy. I love it. I'm always learning. And it's so fucking insane, bro. And thank you for doing this. Thank you for fucking putting this project to the goods. And we're doing it weekly, consistency.
Yeah. Thank you. And see, I look at it because I know I wouldn't be able to sustainably do it, right? When we talked, the only way I wanted to start a podcast was having video be the focus, right? And I know that creates a lot of challenges, right? You're adding a whole new component, editing video and then audio, right? And I don't know why, but I know somehow down the road, if we're going to continue to be consistent, it's going to help people connect with us, maybe on a different level, seeing us too. And I think long-form content just helps any brand, right?
Definitely.
Now, to give some context, Oscar is the magic. So you see me on camera, and my job is to bring in cool guests that have awesome stories. And I feel fortunate. I'm not very good at a lot of things in life, but I'm good at a few things, and networking and fortunate to have circles of people and access to information where we can have really cool people on here that have interesting stories. And really the focus is, getting vulnerable, being fully transparent.
Right.
A lot of the feedback you and me have received, first off, thank you so much for all the awesome feedback and the constructive criticism too. I mean, we are looking to improve every single episode, right? We are both learning all of this as we're going,
learning too.
Right? So like, this is just, it's grassroots. We haven't done this. We're not hiring a professional that shoots podcasts all the time. This is us figuring it out. Right? Like last week, if you watch the first 3 minutes of the video, I didn't even know this. All of a sudden we go on. It's like, oh, I guess the mics didn't want to pick up the sound correctly. And so it just sounded different. Like every week this is happening. But our commitment to you and to ourselves is that every week we do at least one thing better than the previous episode. Right?
Yeah.
So whether it's upgrading equipment, you can't see all the cords and things that are going on behind the scenes to try to make the shot look clean. Yeah. But I thank you because you are the magic behind the video with the equipment, the mindset, your energy, man. You and me vibe, right?
Right.
You're
Definitely.
one of the highest energy young people that just has such a good view on life. I mean, do you want to dive in? You grew up in San Diego, right?
Yeah.
You're a social worker, and you do it because you're passionate about helping kids, and that's awesome. But on the side, dude, you are an all-star videographer that works with some of the coolest people in the world. I mean, yesterday you were shooting a day in the life full from like morning till bed of a professional bodybuilder. Like, and you're around these people all the time. You're around some of the coolest people that I haven't even, that I haven't even met. I've lived here 2 years, but I look at it and I'm like, I know you're a part of so many circles, and you provide just authentic value, man. So yeah, give some context. You grew up here in San Diego.
Fuck.
How'd you get to today?
Fuck, man. It's just, I don't know. I told my brother has a PhD, he's working on his PhD on aerospace engineering. So like, there's this stigma in the Latin community that you gotta like be the same or like surpass your brotherhood. Yep. And so I don't know. I was always different. I mean, I'm the first person that has earrings and shit.
Let's show it on the mic.
I got fucking earring, dog. Shit. But it's just the grind, bro. I never thought that I was gonna like just be. I thought it was gonna be just working and like construction or something. But then I started realizing that like, fuck, social work is fucking fun. I never understood mental health.
How?
I don't know. It's just like when my dad passed away 3 years ago. I didn't ask for no help, and I was just like, fuck. Well, what the fuck? I was just confused. I never understood feelings like that. I was just fucking living the moment every time, and then boop, your dad passed away. I'm like, what the fuck? So depression happened like a couple months, and then I went to community college, and there was this person that came in and gave like an oral presentation about mental health, and I was like, holy shit! Shouts out to Abby. That's the person that would present it. And then the way she structured it was amazing, and I fell in love with mental health. I was like, what the fuck? So then I researched the fuck out of it. Literally the fuck out of it. Like 12 hours in Reddit, YouTube, fucking forums about what the fuck is mental health and why is it so important. And then I just fell in love with it. I literally began to a rabbit hole of just like learning about it and understanding what it is and like why people react in certain patterns and ways. And then I got my associates in biology and social work from City College. And then I'm currently at San Diego State from getting my clinical social work bachelor's. And then I got this really cool opportunity to work at Kaiser as a case manager. And that's what I do. I fucking go deep in the trenches. I fucking love it. I don't know.
What are you doing at Kaiser? Like,
so let's say, God forbid, something happens to one of your family members. You come in, talk to me. Death, addiction, domestic violence. I mean, you name it. And it's just such a different experience. I mean, it's so sick wearing a thermal with some joggers, right? But when I'm dressed like professional and like able to help somebody out, bro, it's the most fucking fulfilling ever. Even giving them resources, like let's say you have a disorder of like eating or something, able to like sit down next to you, talk, explore what the fuck's going on in your body and your mind, and then giving you resources and knowing that you went to that resource, bro, it's fucking beautiful, right? But that's one of, I feel like I have three colleagues that they're like in social work, and I feel like they have a shitty fucking life because that's all they do. That's all they fucking do, just social work. I'm like, well, I don't want to be fucking one of them. Why not fucking pick up a fucking camera? So I picked up a camera like a year ago. Well, video and in photography like 6 months. And boom, bro, I fucking fell in love with it too. I don't know. I just like it.
It's a creative outlet. That's the beauty here.
Creative outlet.
The happiest people have some kind of creative outlet. I'm starting to realize.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I just like knowing that I could make you look sick as fuck, purring the milk or some shit, or like you're in the gym doing badass or curls and shit. Bro, that's just fucking sick. I love it. And then pictures, I just started getting into pictures and car photography, and I loved it. I've been so blessed, knock on wood, that I've been getting really great opportunities, traveling like to San Diego, Los Angeles, Anaheim, San Jose, all these places to take pictures of fucking cars, bro. Who the fuck?
And they're unreal cars. Like
they're beautiful cars. McLarens, Porsches, fucking GT500s, all these fucking cool cars. But then I'm switching my niche now to expand my knowledge or to expand my fucking circle, like you were saying, like fashion now, bodybuilding. Shout out to Jonas, fucking. But yeah, man, I'm just fucking grinding. I just cannot sit at home, bro. I'm like you. I can't. If I'm at home, bro, I'm fucking thinking. I'm writing on my fucking whiteboard. Well, I'm doing fucking something. And then I started a podcast because COVID. Bro, yeah. COVID started. Like, well, fuck, why did I start a podcast? So I did it with shitty fucking mics. And I started doing weekly. To this day, I do weekly ones. Yeah. It's called The Bean Bandit. Terrible name, but fuck it. I like it.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, no, I think podcasting, it's going to fucking help you so much, bro. I don't know. Has it helped you before?
I mean, I already enjoy it, right? Again, I like to think that I'm good at a few things, not the majority by far, right?
Right.
But I have the awareness to know I really genuinely enjoy just having conversations with people. And because I worked in sales, because I worked in communication, I've had these things happen in my life that have all kind of added up, right? My sister working in psychology and like at a young age, just being, fascinated with how the mind works, the human mind and like the difference.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's so fucking crazy. I love it.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the reasons why I still want to pursue my master's. It's going to be a little bit tough, but I know I could do it. There's no fucking way. Once I got my fucking bachelor's, bro, once I got my 2 associates, bro, I feel like the sky's the limit. And I think associate is like the lowest level, I think, but still something good. Yeah. But like knowing that I'm going to get my bachelor's in a year and then my master's in 2 years, like, dude, I think sky's the fucking limit. And like going back to like videography, once I got the fucking $1,000 check, bro, sky's the fucking limit. Who the fuck is gonna pay money to take a fucking picture or a video and get that much money? Bro, you can. And that's why I fucking love San Diego or California primarily. Because I guarantee you in a couple fucking weeks, once COVID ends, bro, everybody's gonna need a fucking video or content because moms and pops are gonna be open back up and little content. So they're gonna need content. And I don't know. It's just there's something about those two things that I would never fucking stop doing it. Maybe if the social media route comes in and still popping, probably I will just kind of put like social work on the side. Yeah. It's really depressing sometimes, but like I don't know. I'm so stuck. I'm 22. 22. Yeah. So I'm still fucking young in the game. All right, leave me alone.
I love it, man. And I want to unpack some of those things because you're 22 years old. You're an action taker, man. Like straight up. I mean, you and me both. Has anyone ever told you you have ADD or ADHD? Because that's just a tendency that I don't want to define it like it's a disability or anything. Because I mean, I'm technically my doctor's told me, right? Bro. But that's why I'm moving all the time. And I feel like, do you think that's consistent with you? Because I can't sit at home and not do anything.
If I'm
like,
at home,
I have
bro,
to be doing something.
I'm either eating, playing Valorant, a video game, or fucking, I don't know, doing like I cannot be at home fucking laying down on the couch type shit. Yeah. If I'm in the couch, I'm reading like a book at night, so I fall asleep fast as fuck. Or like, I don't know, I'm cooking or something. But if I'm sitting in the fucking couch or something, I can't. I just can't. I just start moving, check out my phone. What the fuck? Am I gonna call Conor real quick? Yo, what's up? Type shit. That's what I'm doing. But I just can't sit down. And probably have ADHD in a way, but I like to control it.
It's a good thing. I think it can be a superpower if you can channel it, right? It's why you and me are high energy individuals. You are high energy, man. I love it. I love it. You have those sporadic outbursts. And at first I was like, when we first met, I was like, it's not Tourette's. I was like, bro, no, what's that? But you just like out of nowhere, it could be silent. Like we're working on a video and it's just yelling something. Right. And it's like, and then just the more I hang out, it's like, I love it. Right. I love it. I just understand you're an authentic individual because you've defined who you are. You're proud. You're not someone that's ever trying to fit into the mold. I love that.
Bro, I will say there's something I got to work on. Sorry to cut you off. I like to treat everybody the same. If I tell you, bro, that shirt is tight as fuck. Why the fuck is your shirt tight as fuck? I'll let you know why. Like, I'm going to tell you why. Yeah. Like, I feel like people are so afraid to tell them what the fuck they do. They're so afraid. Yeah. You know? Like, when, I don't know, when I just got to the gym and shit and people are doing some dumb shit, I'll tell them, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Fix your form, dog. Or like if they're like walking or I don't know, they're whatever. You will. Dude, it's just, it bothers me when people don't tell them shit and they're doing stupid fucking shit. Why are they doing stuff like that? And I'm really vocal with my words. Sometimes they can come up not rude or bad, but like I like to speak my mind and I'm not afraid to. I don't know what the fuck are they gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Talk shit back. Oh wow, I rose back. You know. Yeah. But I'm an individual that I like to tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. And I don't want to tell you just because you're Conor fucking Paulsen, I'm not gonna treat you different than fucking Juanito type shit. I'm gonna treat you the same how I treat everybody. And I seen it a lot. I seen it so much, Conor. Conor, that is so fucking crazy. I've been lucky enough to hang out with people that like they're kind of up there, and just there's I don't know. Can he tell that like bro they're treating you differently, bro. Like, I don't know. I could tell. And that's something I want to change. I try to change home people. Like, bro, speak your mind, bro. If something is bothering you, tell your fucking boss is fucking bothering you, pussy. That's what it is. That is something that I will never change about me. Always speak the truth.
Always speak the truth. I love it. I love it. And save face. Because for anyone listening and maybe not watching the video, right? When you're saying these things, what I notice in your body language, your natural state is smiling, like happy, right? Yeah. So like when you're saying these things, it's not like you're confronting this guy in the gym that's has terrible form.
No,
like it's like
never.
I want to make
Never.
sure I clarify that. I don't want to switch it too far, but I mean, dude, we've known each other for some time. I did not realize your dad passed away a few years ago.
Oh yeah.
What was that process like?
Dude,
what
it was
was
so
your relationship like? What did you feel when you said that there was that depressing feeling? Like, what was going on in your mind?
I think I've been really grateful that my family has always been cool. Like regardless, like I could have been gay and they would be accepted. I told them that I smoke weed at the age of 17. They were okay, cool, because they smoke too. I don't know. My family were always tight, you know, always, and they were fucking amazing. Well, my dad too. Like he taught me how to play baseball, how to wrestle properly, techniques of how to wrestle. He take me out to run. So a lot of physical. I think that's. I don't want to backtrack from the question, but I feel like a good way to like have a sustainable mental health is to do physical activity. I love that you work out 4 or 5 in the morning, bro. That fucking kicks your day out. You know what I'm saying? I loved it. I think sports or like physical activity it helps you so much, and that's what it helped me. I started doing wrestling, and I became a fucking beast at it. Wrestle. Go to the gym, all that shit. And my dad taught me all that shit. And then once I didn't have that coach on me, I'm like, fuck. So now who am I gonna learn from?
Yeah.
I'm done. What the fuck? Why he's not there? I'm calling you. Why are you not picking up? Oh, he's fucking dead. Yeah. So then I just stayed in my room. I literally for 3 months, I didn't shower, nothing. I just eating like fruit, water, all that shit.
Yeah.
And then my brother all of a sudden just introduced me to Crunch Fitness. And I joined the gym and I started doing just elliptical, cardio, Stairmaster, elliptical, Stairmaster, and that's it. Elliptical, Stairmaster. That's it for a fucking year, bro. So that was like freshman.
Cardioed up, man.
Just cardio. Because I was a fat fuck. I was just fat, depleted. I was just
really?
I was just fucking. I was fat, and then just I was, you know what? Let's do weight training, and then
I've only known you as fit, and I see you in the gym all the time, right?
Yeah.
Like when. Right before COVID, right? You and me would work out right over here at Fit, and you're one of the few friends that I would see consistently early in the morning.
I can't, bro. You gotta work in the morning, bro. I worked out today.
I don't understand how you can't. I can get good workouts in later in the day, but what I learned in college was how willpower works, right? I never want to bank on willpower, but if you set your day up in a certain way, if I'm working all day and I know like I don't look at a workout if it's if I'm rolling out of bed, working out, it sets the tone for the day, right? There's all the studies about sweating, working out on an empty stomach, you burn more fat. Like there's a list of things to do, right? I used to work out in the afternoon through college and things, and I'd get good workouts in, but then you have a gym that's packed. Good luck finding parking, right? And then what I would notice is like with work and having a, business or businesses throughout college and today, opportunities would always come up in the afternoon. Or a sales call would come up, or it's like you've been wanting to close this deal, and all of a sudden it's 4 p.m. and you're done on your calendar, but you're just getting a text that lead, hey, he wants to hop on a call now, and it's like I'm going to prioritize that. And so all of a sudden I'm not going to the gym at 5, but maybe it's like 6:30, and at this point my willpower's gone way down. Maybe I skipped a lunch today because it was just back-to-back meetings. The likelihood of me doing it, what I started realizing is if I was working out in the afternoon, I was more likely to create excuses. Right? And in college, especially with happy hour, if it's nice weather, and someone was like, hey, do you want to go to happy hour? Yeah. And I would know that friend already worked out in the day. Like, it would make me almost pissed. Yeah. Like, I'd have like this little, I don't want to call it a grudge, but like towards this person, just because I didn't take action. Right? So for me, it's just, I know the necessities that I need to have down each day. And it's like, get it done. Yeah. Right? Because like if I don't work out a day, Monday through Friday, right? There was Wednesday. Thursday, yesterday, I didn't work out, right? And that throws me off. My best weeks, my best days, my mind works the best. My whole routine is structured, right? It throws it off. And I finally got to the point like I'm not mad at myself if I don't go for a day. But it sucks because I don't feel the natural energy. By working out, it gives you energy. And that's the thing that's just...
What's your morning routine like?
Morning routine, yeah.
Wake up 4:30.
4:15 is when the alarm goes off.
Okay.
Every morning. Yep. So I think it really, just to give some context, waking up early starts the night before, and that's something that took me a while to understand.
Holy fuck!
Right? It does. Because if you look into the science, and I'll save you some time because I've read a couple books on sleep and all the modern science we know. Simply put, 99% of anyone watching this, anyone listening, we need 8 to 9 hours. It's guaranteed, right? You can find the one-off studies. And there are freaks of nature or outliers that are literally in this 1% that have the genetic sequence that allows them to get the same kind of rest in 4 to 5 hours.
God bless
But that's
them.
less. That's like 1%, right? Or at most 2%. So it's like, do not bank on I think I'm that person, right? So bedtime alarm goes off every day at 7:30 p.m. Now that's not like I'm going to bed at 7:30. I just have an alarm. Everyone uses an alarm to wake up. I learned from, I don't know if it was Brendan Burchard in college or someone, one of Tony's friends, and he's like, yeah, I have a bedtime alarm, and that tells me, when the alarm goes off at 7:30, the title of it says, "Your best tomorrow starts now," and so it just reminds me, right? It tells me I have an hour to kind of start getting ready for bed. Now, this is a challenging part for me, right? By 7:30, what that tells me is, all right, I gotta like cut down on the screen time. Right, so I'm not watching TV. Usually, what this is saying is like, all right, I got to start settling down. I might turn the lights down because I know I'm literally just doing all the things that help you get the best state of sleep, getting your body prepared. And then I journal and read. That's my ideal, right? Before waking up, it does something special. It helps you sleep at night. Waking up 4:15. I just recently started doing something that's changed my life in the last 4 weeks, and I want to share it because this is still somewhat new. Everything else I've been doing for years, right? And it was by Dr. Joe Dispenza, and my life has changed dramatically when I actually started living what he preached with one of the easiest things you can do is put yourself in the feelings and the emotions of the future state you want to have, right? Because if I know you're going to be wildly successful, right? But the thing is, if you close your eyes and you find presence, like meditation offers, right? And you start feeling those emotions with your eyes closed, right? This physical world doesn't exist when you're present and your eyes are closed. You can start feeling those emotions of success, 10 years, 25 years, right? I'm going to have 10,000 commercial units. What am I going to be feeling? Oh my gosh, successful, proud. I'm going to feel grateful because I'm helping so many families. And then I will feel those feelings, right? So this is what you're doing before every morning. So wake up, right? Alarm goes off. I don't get out of bed. I sit there for a second, my eyes open to make sure I'm like awake. I don't look at my phone. And then I put my head right back down and I close my eyes just for a second. This is only like a minute. And I think about that future state. And then this is the big kicker. And this is what just makes every day of your life so much better. And I wish I would have done this earlier, is just getting excited for the unknowns of today.
Oh,
the unknowns. Everything is an opportunity. And I've read this for so long, and it's one thing to just listen, but I'm saying actually starting to practice it, actually feeling the emotions, right? Because if you're doing this, you're excited each day. And like Dr. Joe talks about, remember when we were kids, and let's say we're just going to say 3rd grade, and we knew there was a class field trip coming up in 2 weeks. And you already had your parents' signature on that thing, and you're like, oh, I'm going. I'm so excited. It's on a Friday. Like, I don't have to go to school. We're going to the museum or whatever.
Correct.
And do you remember those 5 days up until that Friday? Like that Monday.
Couldn't sleep,
just so pumped. You would wake up early in the morning, you're just excited. Like, because you knew something was about to happen. We can channel that same energy, right?
Yeah.
And we have that. The kid in us is still there. So that helps out a ton. And this is only like a minute. So I'll sit there and it's just why I'm excited. And then roll out, immediately put on the gym clothes, throw protein in the shaker, and I head to the car. It's a 15-minute drive. There's something weird, and I've talked to other friends about this too, that like waking up really early. There's something special about the calmness in the morning when you're commuting to the gym. And it's just pitch dark, right? We're talking 4:30 in the morning. There's no cars really there. And I've heard this from a friend, Steph, and she does this. She lives downtown. She has a podcast, an awesome podcast. And she's like, I just love that. Like when I'm sipping on my coffee, headed to the gym. And I don't know how to describe it. Everyone has this feeling at some point in the day, is my guess. It's just like clarity. And you're happy. And I get to the gym. I'm playing music the whole time.
What type?
My range of music. So I look forward. Okay, this is just a side note. I try to incentivize myself with little things. I just don't tell people, right? Like, there's so many weird things that go on in my mind that I'm sure other people have, but it's like if it makes me 1% better or something, it's somehow gonna help. But on Mondays I do legs. It's my least favorite like day of working out, right? Least favorite. It's not that I dislike it. I used to say I hated it. That's a terrible self-talk.
Yeah, I'll say that.
Hey, no, I want to look incredible. I need to look and feel incredible. I'm willing to put the work in. So I purposely start the week with that hardest shit. So it's like, but the beauty is Monday morning is when Spotify gives you Discover Weekly. So a playlist that the algorithm has chosen out of every song you've listened to, they're going to put the songs they think you're going to promote. So I have a playlist of brand new music. I'm pumped. I get a high with new music. And I love showing people new music.
Oh,
underground
you do, bro.
Underground, like just music, and it's dude, I mean, I I've been going through a country phase. I know you can't listen to
Oh
country.
God.
On Spotify, it's called Connor's Country. What I realized in the shower today, because it still blows my mind, I have never had anyone like Oscar, where if you play any type of country music, and I'm not even like...
I'm walking away. I'll walk away. Fuck that. Dude, I can't do it.
I've never seen someone get that uncomfortable.
I just walk away.
So it could be country house, hardcore stuff in the gym. It's usually like some kind of hardcore. Like it's against the before that
Yeah.
my dad heard it. Listen to robot music.
Yeah, my dad too. My dad too. My dad introduced me and my mom as well, like to the Led Zeppelins, the Black Sabbath, all those things. So what I listen to, there's an album by Pink Floyd called Animals, and there's a song called Dogs. That's that song, bro. I've been playing that song for like the past 3-4 years, bro. Every fucking morning I will play Dogs by Pink Floyd. It's the best fucking song to wake up. And I look at the mirror. Dude, I don't know. I talk to myself a lot when I'm like by myself in my apartment to wake myself up and to talk shit and always tell yourself that
Always
you're gonna be
talking to myself.
always. You have to, bro. Be like, I'm gonna be
You're
the
your own
greatest.
coach.
I'm gonna hit 400 pounds. I'm gonna hit 405 today. I'm gonna fucking hit it. I did it. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yep.
I love self-talking to myself. And like for me, always for me been rock, old classic rock, like hardcore shit. And that's always helped me. The country music, I don't know how the fuck you probably fell out when you were a little kid or something, but country music is a no-no. If you listen to country music, walk away, go fucking explore yourself, go take a shroom or something, because country and cutting are for me, chief. I'll walk away. I'm sorry. I don't like it. It bothers me. Who the fuck likes that kind of music, bro? I'm pissed already.
As you can tell, right? Like this literally gets him in a state. We're gonna unpack.
It bothers me, bro.
I love that you put the blame on anyone that listens to it, right? It's like
they're probably so nice and
Reef always
shit.
said you point your finger and it's like you have 3 coming back. So I think you can unpack that throughout time too. There are types of music that I'm definitely not head over heels for. So
Yeah.
anyway, to bring this full circle, right? So it's the gym 4:30. Get the workout in. It's pretty quick. I work out just in like a weird, I don't know, like I'm not talking.
It's
people at the gym.
working.
I like when it's early in the morning because everyone's zeroed in,
Yeah.
right? And the gym we go to now, because if it's closed, it's the old, isn't it one of the old Gold's gyms or something? Like, dude, it's like all of the biggest bodybuilders. In Iowa, you could go to the gym and there could maybe be a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
But here it's like, it's another level of humans. Like you're literally just walking around and there's gorillas. Like they are massive.
Massive.
And like we're talking in the early mornings, there's like 50 of these people, and I bet at least 15 just within that hour I work out probably all have their pro card, like, or have had it, right? Just you can look at their bodies, you're like, whoa, you have not put that kind of time in. You see the symmetry, aesthetic, whatever. So I'm just in the zone. After the workout, drive home, put oatmeal on the stove. Right. There's a very like I'm trying to figure out how detailed you want to go because it's very structured. Like I have to do things in the same way because then my mind doesn't have to think about it. Right. It's the automated part of your brain. Yeah. That's how you save energy. And so then I shave, take a cold shower, the coldest shower every day. Today I did not. I'm gonna be fully honest. I was freezing cold for whatever reason. I left the door open last night. Got home from the workout. I was cold, so I didn't take it today. I'm gonna be honest, but 98% of days it's going to be a cold shower. Like the coldest your water goes, and the trick is the second you turn it on, you get under it. You don't wait any second, right? And I've been doing this probably at least 3 years, right? The studies are out that it not only wakes you up, I think that's the easiest thing. Like it's coffee times a million in the sense because what you're doing is you're waking your body up on a cellular level, right? So it also strengthens immune system. Now I don't know, and I don't want to make any medical claims, but when I was reading about this, Dr. Joe talks about cold showers, especially Wim Hof, right? This is getting, more and more popular. It not only wakes you up, but it helps decrease stress in some way. Oh, I was getting on the immunity thing. It's your immune system. Since I started doing taking cold showers, like consistently, I'm saying Monday through Friday, like I'm going to go, there might be one day out of the month that I don't take my cold shower. Like in a month throughout that month, Monday through Friday. And then you get out, you're freezing. Like, I'm under there and I'm like, I've gotten used to it now where like I used to practice like breathing techniques. Like, can I stay calm when it's really cold? And like, I'm talking to myself. It sucks, right? I only take like a 2-minute shower cause it's cold. Get out, eat oatmeal. Yeah, oatmeal, honey, and berries every day with peanut butter on it to get some fat, and then the smart
Beautiful.
carbs, right? Because it just makes you feel exceptional, right?
Yeah.
If you would ask me 3 years ago, I was like, that is the most boring breakfast. And it is. You have to figure out a way to make it taste delicious. And that's what I've realized a lot of the healthy friends have done. I just like not having to think about what I'm going to have for breakfast, right? It's just, I'm set. It's oatmeal, and I know it's going to make me perform at such a high level. Like, it keeps me full till noon.
Slow digestive carb.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Especially after you're getting, your workout in too, because you want to pair your carbs, and you can carb up in the morning. So
And your
anyway.
chocolate milk's done.
And then chocolate. Yeah, I've toned down the chocolate milk, toned it down. But you should have seen me in college. My there's a gym coach that was like, you don't need any of the expensive protein, just drink whole chocolate milk. So I'd finish a workout and drink like half a gallon every day. I was like, I'm gonna be so big. This guy was massive. I mean, he had records all like in different states. Adam Blaylock, I forget where he's at. He's like a strength and conditioning coach at some big college now. But back then he worked at a gym that a couple buddies and I went to in Iowa. And you would just listen to this guy, like he's just a man amongst men, and won a bunch of competitions in Olympic, like powerlifting, right? So like snatch. I mean, I've never seen 4 plates go above someone's head in person,
and
that's
explode
like
up too.
Yeah, like when the barbell is bending, but it's above his head, and
That's
he's snatching
scary.
it. It's like just wild. So anyway, that's where that went. Cold shower. Get dressed up Monday through Friday. I want to show up with a collared shirt. That's just who I am. And I want to set the tone for the team. I want to set the tone for San Diego. I've only lived here 2 years. I understand the lifestyle. When I moved here, I started getting a lot more casual because it's easy to do. I mainly dress with a collared shirt because it's when I look in the mirror. And it's like when I show up to a meeting or I show up on Zoom, right? It's who I want to see in myself. It's not usually for the other person.
Correct.
Right? It just brings out a better version of me. I could have a night where I get 2 hours of sleep. And I would do this in college, right? If I went out during the week and made some poor decisions, ended up going to bed at 4 a.m., had to be up for a 6 a.m. meeting, I would do this shit consistently, right? And again, I bartended through college, so I was probably around alcohol more than some people. And I would dress, I would go above and beyond the days that I knew I lacked sleep, or I was like, my head just hurt, I had pains, or I felt like I might have been like, the flu might be coming on or something. I would not just wear a collared shirt, I'd put a tie on and wear a blazer and just go to the office. Like, no big meetings today. I don't know why. This is like some of the weird shit that, yeah. So anyway, then I head down to the office and it's a 10-minute meditation, silent meditation, and counting gratitudes. Then immediately I go over and I read my goals. Right after a meditation, for whatever reason, that sets the tone. Because I want to remind myself of why I'm doing this. It's not just another day, right? Like I'm looking at what I'm accomplishing in the next week, in the next month, in the next year, in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, and 25 years. So when I'm doing this, as I'm reading them out loud. And I actually learned this recently from this high-level coach out of New York, and he teaches CEOs for huge companies how to implement Taoism, right? Like it's, I don't know if it's religion, it's something in Eastern culture, right? And I don't know much about it, but when you're reading your goals, you want to activate something in your body. And what happens is you can internalize this information more. So I started doing this like 3 months ago. When I'm reading it, right, it's, like my first goal. I mean, I know most of them just because I've read them for so long. But the first one's lifting 5 times a week, journaling for at least 5 minutes each day, and meditating each day, right? If I'm doing, so I'll read it, right? And then I clap. After every single goal, it's clap. Because what you're doing is you're activating an emotion with a feeling. There's some crazy science that goes behind this. And so when you're reading your goals, like clap or like hitting yourself on the arm, and I'm literally just pumping myself up. At the same time, it's not just reading the goals, it's feeling it, right? So it's like, okay, owning 10,000 commercial units in 25 years, right? Like throughout North America, that's one of the goals. And we're building the strategy in life to create that. I'm not in real estate now. I don't know how I will be, right? But I'm feeling what it's going to feel like, right? Like I was saying earlier, how many people you can help, how many families are going to be able, like, think about the impact, the ripple effect of, like, what if we can make every rental when this day comes, and I'm talking like 15 years in the future, 20 years potentially, but you can feel those states, and the brain and the subconscious cannot tell a difference, right? So you trick your body and brain into like, you've already achieved this. When you've done that, you attract these things to you at another level, right? And that's the other thing with visualization and why people do it. But I think the thing people are forgetting is you have to feel the emotion. And I didn't do this correctly for a long time. This was a little bit of a rant.
So
you see
smart.
how I
just
get
love
excited
talking
about
to you,
this.
bro.
I get excited about this
Dude,
stuff.
it's so and that's the reason why I like fucking with you so much, bro, because you're so knowledgeable. You know what I'm saying? All those little tweaks. I'm 22. You are how old are you? 28?
27.
27. Bro, I'm learning all this shit at such a young age, and I'm implementing it to my life, bro. You're the one who got me into fucking whiteboarding. Like, whiteboard and write my goals in, bro. To this day, I still have a whiteboard. And I write my goals every fucking day. Every week, I write what I'm going to do for that week. And then day, I put like a slash, like a fucking, like a line, and I put day and week. And that's what I do. And it's so interesting. So you're telling me that I just got to say, fucking lift 6 times a day and then say, let's go, like type shit? Or
yeah, I mean, we should do another video where I can just actually like break them down.
Yeah.
And we can just we should do a video. You did a day in the life yesterday. At some point in the next few weeks, let's just do a day in the life, because it's not that I'm living a better life. Like, I'm not, right?
No,
but
you're tweaking it.
I'm optimizing it for my life, right? So this is what works well for me.
Yeah.
I have friends that are, a lot of our friends, right? Whether you're a business owner, salesperson, entrepreneur, you realize that you want to optimize every area of your life, right? What does optimize mean? Just like making it better. If you have an awareness, you're watching it. How can I make, if my morning routine was this yesterday, how can I make it a little bit better today?
And easier. I mean, you're eating oatmeal. I mean, that is so smart. You're putting berries, oats, and peanut butter. You have your fats, protein, and a little bit of fiber on that. You know what I'm saying? That's so fast. And then you got to eat until fucking, I don't know. Then you're drinking chocolate milk that has like a lot of calories. So that can help you out. It has fats as well and protein. So boom. And then you get your dinner, which is your pre-meal. Fast,
and then I do meal prep.
easy.
Yeah.
Exactly, meal prep.
Literally,
so
everything's
so
optimized.
fast. How long does it take you to eat that shit? Like 10 minutes, 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Easy. Da-da-da. Boom, that's done. Get more time to work. That to me shows so much like optimization, like knowing poop, you don't gotta do this shit. Because for me, I like cooking my dinner and breakfast for me. It has to be something good. I like it. But like my snacks is a pre-meal. Right now, I have a coach that is teaching me like how to nutrition more, because I do want to get into nutrition a little bit better. I feel like you're right when it comes to food, is so fucking good, and you have to eat. You have to eat to energy, and so that's what I'm doing better. I'm pre-mealing now. I'm cooking on Sundays. I put my meals on, and that's what I'm doing, and it's so true. And it's so crazy how like those little tweaks or optimizations do fucking help so much. At the first, for me, it will take me 3 weeks. Without whiteboard and journaling, it took me 3 weeks to be a consistent basis. But the first 1, 2, and 3 weeks, it was a fucking challenge, bro.
Yeah.
I had to sit down and actually write.
Yeah.
And it's so sick that I'm learning so much, not from you, but like from the people around us.
Yeah.
And it's so fucking sick. Switching topics.
Thank you. I want to make one more.
What?
One more. First off, thank you for the kind words.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
I got you.
You're a young gun.
Like, for sure, bro.
When I see a young person that is taking action, simply put, like action like you are, right?
Yeah.
Like, legitimately, hey, I don't know these things. And you're having fun within the process, right? You're enjoying the journey at the same time. I'm going to go out of my way just naturally. I'm not thinking about it consciously, but I'm just naturally going to, because it's like, oh, damn, we think alike. All right. Like if we think alike and you're taking action, then, hey, I'll just explain to you what I've kind of learned. I have, 5 years on you. When you experience life, right? Like you're wiser. But the thing I wanted to note here is, why I do it is almost for like selfish reasons, right? And I actually had a conversation this morning with a doctor that drove down from LA. Dr. Dave, thank you, man. And he brought up, like, you have to be selfish. He works with some of the coolest CEOs and athletes in the world, right? Alpha males. And he talked about selfishness and like how you have to have a degree of that. And what I mean with this morning routine and optimizing my life, I wake up early and I do all this shit because I know I need to do these things to live my best life. Like, I don't care if it's 5 years down the road, 10 years, 15 years, whatever. But it's also because I want to enjoy my day. Like, I am willing to work hard, play hard, right? Like, if I can get my work day done and condense it, and I know I'm really efficient with my time, I don't need to work 9 to 10 hours, right? I wake up at 4:15. Usually I'm downstairs working on the business, taking calls like by 6:30 or 7 a.m. Not always. But if I'm doing that, 2 p.m. hits, 3 p.m., and it's like I've already worked more than a full day, like what other people would. When the weather's nice, like living in San Diego, selfishly, I get up early so I can still enjoy it.
Fuck yeah.
Like, I want my life and business to just be a part of the lifestyle. Like, I never view it as work. Like, and when I do catch myself doing it, it's like, fuck no.
And I want to add that to that. that's why I'm so fucking grateful that I got introduced to like the video thing, because I was working 2 jobs. I was working in a hospital, I was working in a smoothie shop, and I was working at school. The peer educator program at City College, and I was working at San Diego Blenders. Fuck. I fucking, and right here at the smoothie shop, and bro, it was a bitch, bro. I couldn't balance my life, bro. But I needed the money. I needed to buy a car. I needed to transportation, books, tuition, X, Y, and Z, right? And I don't know. I think that people should work and whatever you do, but if you have a passion and if you fucking follow that, money's gonna come in regardless. You're gonna struggle. You're gonna struggle, bro. I struggle the
But
first.
you have to.
You
Like,
have
you're
to.
becoming a better person. You're not
Yeah.
going to start making any kind of money until you
You're
become
not.
the person that
You're
deserves
not.
to be paid.
Yeah. And I struggle, and I'm like, well, fuck. How am I supposed to pay for San Diego State tuition? Expensive as fuck. Well, how? Think. And I find my way, bro, through just making videos and pictures, bro.
That's awesome.
The what I'm trying to say is that, like, regardless what the fuck you do, you have to stay consistent and go and go and go. But for me, the first 3 months, bro, I was making jack shit. 4 months too, like nothing, bro, nothing. Just doing it for free. And then once you start fucking putting more work in, like those late night grinders and shit like that, bro, it's gonna pay off. And now I quit all my jobs. Now I only work at a hospital because I need it for my internship hours. And I do videographies. Dude, it's the best fucking feeling ever. I don't know about you, but like for me, knowing that I'm working for myself and expanding my brand at the same time is the best fucking feeling ever, Connor.
Because you have control.
Yeah.
And you know that life's only going to keep getting better. Like,
Exactly.
It's like, I'm working my ass off now. Like we were talking. You're like, dude, you had mentioned walking over here to shoot this, right? You're like, I can't wait to make $6K a month. I'm like, yeah. Like, dude, you'll be doing it soon,
Yeah.
right?
No, definitely.
That's the mindset.
Yeah.
The cool thing is that, you know, if you're single, like, yeah, depending on what type of lifestyle you want to live, right?
Yeah, I'm really, I don't know if you've been to my house. I think I'm really minimal when it comes to shit like that. I don't like the Louis Vuittons. I mean, I only like shoes. That's the only thing I like, shoes. I don't like the Louis V's. I don't like Gucci, all that shit. I'm not into that shit. I'm into shoes. That's the only expensive hobby.
And
Yeah, cars. I like that.
video.
But like when it comes to like, I don't know. I'm just a really person when it comes to shit. I don't like it. I don't know what it is about it. But like I know I'm gonna be great at what the fuck I do, and I am, and I tell myself every fucking time. And
you're never gonna be great at it when you start, but like if that's the mindset, like damn, I know
I just gotta keep going.
Yeah.
Like let me ask yourself: when you started the business competitions, you were probably suck dick at it, and then you became a fucking beast at it. Now look where you at. You're living in fucking Park 12 in the beautiful fucking house in San Diego. You're doing meetings left and right. Your company, Uptown Creations, is making a fuck ton of money for a fucking reason. Because all those fucking opportunities, all those experiences, you're utilizing them and putting them into your own company. And now you're blowing the fuck up, kinda.
Thank you.
Come on,
I
G.
appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying?
I thank you, man. I thank you. I don't know why, but a big point I want to just mention here is the company's growth and like just my personal life. The second we started to give a lot more than we were just like focused on sales and this and that. And by giving, it's creating content like this. Like this takes time out of our day. It's not like this directly brings in money, right? Like, no. It's fun for us to do, but I think it's providing value out there. And Chris and I are recording content throughout the week on our YouTube channel, like 4 to 6 videos a week, which making sure it's value based, it's pretty like it's going to take time, right? Because then you're editing and we really want this to grow. By giving more, it's crazy how much faster things come back, right? We talked about this on our last interview, right, with Reef, and how when you're giving your time and money each month, right? This is what I've just experienced. Time for me is going on Mondays from 6 to 8 p.m., and I know you've joined me, Streets for Hope, San Diego, right? 2 hours, showing up in person and doing it, right? That's the time effort. Yeah. And the financial is like the week or 2 weeks. My goal is that I'm volunteering in person at least twice a month. The weeks that I'm not doing it, I donate cash, right? Even when it's like, oh, money's kind of tight, whatever, don't even think about it, right? Just send it. And the first couple times I did, I was like, damn, Connor, like, all right, let's see. Like, I was doing it selfishly because I'm like, every successful person I talk to says, like, you give and watch it come back. Like, when you don't have money is when you should be giving the most.
Oh, my God.
And it's scary as hell to me, right?
Yeah.
By doing it, man, I'm talking money comes from places that I don't understand. Like, person that you went to college with and you haven't talked to in 6 years, like, reaches out and all of a sudden on that first call, you think you're just catching up and he signs you out, like he wants to become a client. You're like, dude, we haven't even talked. Like, I love that. Like, somehow All I mean is give love to the world,
dude.
And it just always comes back. This is new for me, right?
Yeah.
I'm saying it because holy shit, I wish I would have done this earlier.
Yeah, and that's what I did. To one of my homies, he didn't have a gym membership, so I got him like the gym that you go to. It was like $100. I bought him for him, so now he got 3 months there for free.
Nice.
And I've been doing shit like that.
Yeah.
And I still do it. It's again, Connor, it's the most beautiful thing ever when you help people out. I help people out fucking Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and Monday. That's what I do. That's where I work in the hospital most likely. And it's just so beautiful. Just seeing people like being grateful. Like, Oscar, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Shake hands, hug, bye, type thing. And when you do all these things, it's like, fuck, I don't give a fuck.
You're coming from a giving state, dude. When you're coming from a giving state, you have gratitude, right? Gratitude's one of the most important emotions. That's why it's so important to count what you're grateful for, like, throughout the day. If you start feeling shitty, one of my tricks, close my eyes and count 10 things that I'm grateful for today. I don't care if I woke up 5 minutes ago. 10 things I'm grateful for within these 5 minutes, and you train your mind.
Right. When I couldn't find fucking parking, I almost fought like 3 people. Fuck you, blah, 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 all that New York shit. No, I'm just kidding. But like, I parked far as fuck. But when I was walking toward your fucking apartment, I was like, bro, I'm grateful that I'm talking, that I'm able to have a phone, a new iPhone, that I'm fucking able to speak, that I have a podcast, a laptop. I live in San Diego. I speak Spanish. I don't give a fuck. Right? But that's what I do when I have a shitty fucking time. I never express my anger to the world. I will never do that. You will never fucking, Connor, I swear to God, you will never see me angry at the point that I want to like be mad at everybody. I can't not show madness to people. I'll feel terrible. Fuck you, bitch. What the fuck? I can't do that. Yeah. I just can't do that. I will feel terrible.
You do it out of energy and as a joke.
Right, it's just a joke. I'm not really mad. I swear. I just like acting like, fuck you, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like, I'm always gonna be the happy person. And even though you're fucking annoying and I'm always gonna show you gratitude. I'm always gonna be grateful. I'm always gonna be like, Connor, you got this, G. I got you.
Yeah.
But for me, anger is so bad. I just can't. I don't fucking like it. And if I'm angry, I keep it to myself and I go for a fucking walk. And the best solution for me is go fucking outside. Go for a fucking walk, you fat fucks. Go. I guarantee you, vitamin D is gonna help you so much to.
Yeah, just being outside. Just being outside in general, and like a little movement.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, factors involved. If you're a breakup, well, that's a different story, all this shit. But if you're angry at the world, if you're having a shitty fucking day, go for a walk and talk to yourself. Or put some headphones on.
Go work out.
Exactly.
Work out. Do the things that you know make you happy.
Exactly.
Get back to a routine.
But don't be mad at the world. Just because you got mad at somebody, don't be mad at the barista at Starbucks. Fuck you, bitch. What the fuck? You know?
Yeah, she's doing her job.
She's doing her fucking job, trying to get some black dick. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, man. But like, that's, to me, so fucking crucial. That's why I fucks with you. You don't fucking get angry. You're always happy, like, crunchy music, all that shit. I love that. But for me, people don't be mad. I seen right now, COVID is insane right now. Vaccine, everybody's beeping at each other, talking shit, throwing bananas at each other. I don't know what
we're looking at this line right now.
Yes,
I'm talking, it's taken over San Diego. Yeah. The vaccination center is right outside this building. Yeah. And like, you can't drive anywhere because the lines are on the highway. Like, it's crazy. It's a madhouse.
I parked and
there's horns going off all the time. People literally getting out of their car, beating on each other's window. I haven't seen this shit for so long. But it's because like, oh, you cut me off, and I get it. Whatever. You're waiting in line 2 hours, and everyone likes to think they're busy, and I catch myself doing that too. It's never good to think you're busy, right? Like, you can be busy. I try to catch myself not saying that I'm busy to people, because that's not a good mindset, not good self-talk.
I'm starting to do that and to say that I'm bad at this. Mm-hmm. I used to say, well, I suck at this. I'm starting to eliminate that word, suck.
I'm getting better at. Like, I'm working on X. Like, it's just little tiny twists, because that's how your subconscious is listening.
Yeah. Again, I don't want to do whatever the fuck you want to do. I don't give a fuck if you fucking sell cantaloupes in the street. I don't give a fuck what you do. But you're on the phone. Oh my God, Conor Paulsen is on the iPhone. Oh my goodness. You got a meeting, dog?
Yeah, I was just saying when the next one was. Yeah, because I never know when we're on these conversations.
Right.
I didn't check before.
Right.
Because we're doing this during the week on a Friday. Like, there's still meetings today. Usually we're recording on a Saturday morning.
Or,
so there's no worries,
or
but
Wednesday.
We're good. We're all set. Yeah. Dude, life is incredible, man.
I'm just so grateful that I'm able to experience this as like as a third eye of you, bro. Like, I have friends that they're still hanging out with like people that are like, what the fuck you hanging with that guy for? You know, that fool's not doing nothing for you.
Yeah.
And like, That's something that I learned about myself 2020 during that shit. Bro, I hang out with the coolest and interesting people ever. And I learned so much. Yeah. Hanging out with professional bodybuilders, like really, really top of the food chain professional bodybuilders, teaching me how to do fucking lat pull down, or how to properly do a lateral raise, or like how to bench press properly so you can actually fucking squeeze your chest, all that shit. Or like learning how to market myself better, how to fucking just, if you twist something with your camera, it looks sharper, all this shit. And that's something that I learned from all you guys. You teaching me how to market myself, how to talk properly. What is the highlight of your day? All those things. Whiteboarding, journaling, reading book. Like, dude, hang out with people that you want to be with. So if you're a fucking videographer, hang out with other videographers. If you like to do porn, hang out with other porn stars. All that shit. That thing helps me so much. And I'm so, and I always say to myself that I'm young and that I'm learning so much because I love listening. Mm-hmm. I am such a great listener. If you say something, I'm gonna fucking listen to it. And I'm doing it so good. You gotta do it.
Professionally, you get paid to do this.
I am.
Absolutely,
it's just cool. But like, yeah, my goal is just to always give back. That's why I don't want to quit social work.
Yeah,
you know,
I love that, and that just speaks to me, and a big part of why I just enjoy our friendship so much. And I'm just excited for the unknown of where our work together goes. Like this podcast, I mean, this is you and me just doing it on the side, trying to provide as much value as possible.
Yeah, and I'm so excited for the guests you're gonna bring in. You know.
It is going to step up like no other. The first 5, we're like, all right, let's kind of get a feel for it. And there needs to just be, and what you and me talk about is like, we don't want it to be too structured. It has to be a little structured in the sense of like keeping the conversations and making sure we're providing value. Today's going to be a little different because it's like, I just want to get to know you and I want people to better understand who, you know, Oscar and Conor are, because we're the ones behind the scenes. And I wanted to bring you out in front of the camera because you're the magic that makes all of this happen, right? Like, from the editing, the video, we both have our jobs. Like, and as long as we're both doing that, then this thing continues.
Yeah, and it is so cool. Like, I think having a podcast is like the new radio. I think radio's done. I think television is about to be done sooner or later. And podcasting and video things and live streaming is going to take over. Just like how LA is being, San Diego's going to be LA in a couple of years. I guarantee you, bro. There's so much people here. So much. Do you follow video games or not really?
Not as much anymore, but dude, that was a huge part of my upbringing.
Dude,
I've talked about that.
Yeah. So there's a lot of video game companies here coming here. Rockstar, fucking Riot Gaming, Nvidia headquarters, fucking I really like computers. I really love video games to this day. And there's a lot of huge companies coming here, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, I never thought like Rockstar would be fucking here. Rockstar made GTA, Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption, all these big companies. And I'm telling you, in a couple years, this is going to be the next fucking LA or even bigger. You know, I mean, let me ask you this question. How many times do you go to LA?
I try to stay away.
Yeah.
Like once a month.
Yeah. And like, how many people do you see that come here most likely here? Like that doctor. That doctor just came here for vacation. He could have gone to a better place. I mean, he could have gone to like other places, but he came to San Diego. Yeah. But point I'm trying to get across is that like people are going to start realizing that San Diego has a vantage point. Not just because we have the border here and we have a lot of like tourism, but we're going to get so many people living here now, and companies and like amazing fucking organizations are going to come living here. That's what I'm so excited for, because San Diego is going to be the next thing. That's why I feel like I don't want to live. I want to live San Diego yet, because I want to wait for that bang.
Yeah.
I just swear, I promise you, there's gonna be something.
You've grown up here, so you feel it out more than I would. Because I would look at it and go, well, with like, it might be 5 years, right? Because with the current tax plan in the state of California is why so many successful people are leaving, right? Mm-hmm. And so it's like, do they come back? I don't know. Who knows? It'll be interesting, man. You're the first person that's mentioned, like, I do see it growing, right? And I've heard a handful of locals. Why I take your input more seriously or with a little more credibility is because you've grown up here, right? Like, born and raised. So you're going to see those changes a little bit more. And then I ask other people, and I've heard it a few times, you know, San Diego is going to be like in LA in the next few years. And that's what they've said over the last couple of years.
Pretty scary, but.
Oh, no. Everything's perfect the way it's going to happen.
Yeah. Who knows what's when I say scary, I mean the traffic, bro. Like, there's traffic right now. If it's 7, what the fuck are you doing waking up so early, man? Yeah. Fuck that. No, but.
Wake up early, never deal with traffic.
Yeah. You wake up at 4. I wake up at 6:30.
That's good.
6:36.
And out here in San Diego, like, everything's a little bit more relaxed. And again, you just have to remember, like, I grew up on a farm and things. Like, it's not, some of this shit is like, it goes in line with just because I've been doing it my whole life, right? My dad was strict as fuck. Like discipline. I'm so grateful for it. So grateful for it now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Going through that in the moment, you're like, Jesus
Dude, my dad used
I'm
to
like literally being raised by like a drill sergeant.
My dad used to beat the fuck out of me, just like my mom. My mom used to beat the fuck out of me, just like my brother, all the time. And that's why I'm respectful. That's why I think I'm better with manners. That's why I do my bed every time I wake up. I know some motherfuckers, they don't even do their bed when they wake up, or they don't fucking wash dishes, or they don't throw trash. And that's all the people that I don't hang out with as much no more. But they're so cool friends though. Like they'll be, you want to do a line of fucking, heroin? Let's go. They're down. If I call them, they're down. Yeah. I love those people, but I just cannot hang out with them anymore type shit. I gotta grow up from them. And that's the part that to this day, I'm learning from. It's February and I'm still kind of like understanding this feeling because I never been away from one of my closest friends. Like I cut off people and it's like hard for me sometimes because I love them so much. Like they're so cool people. They will be down to do anything, You're
not cutting them off. I think this is just a good little teaching point, right? Like it's distancing.
Yeah. Okay.
Distancing.
Okay.
Right. And I wouldn't even say cut off because in the mind you're saying like the relationships ended.
Yeah. No.
Right?
No.
Like, but it's not.
It's not.
And I'm a big believer that you never want to burn bridges in life.
Never.
Even if that person treated you like absolute shit and they deserve it for any reason, that's fine. Take the high road and just distance yourself. Right. Yeah. There was someone, not gonna mention names, right? Luckily, when you give and come out a state of love and you're only giving love, 99.9% of my life is like, it's feedback, like I'll ask people for constructive feedback, but a lot of times it's like, oh, the content, like this is awesome. You're doing well with this, whatever. I talk some shit about the company, right? And I get excited because I'm like, this shit never happens, right? And the old version of me could like confront this individual, right? Like just even a call. Cause this person, I thought we were friends. I thought this individual was a professional. And I guess not. But this is just a reflection of, okay, you know what? I am going to distance myself because this is good that it happened because I don't want to be associated to this individual because other people are starting to notice too. And that was really the wake up. I had to talk to other friends that knew this individual because I was like, am I feeling this correctly? Like, he's really good at what he does, but he's a dick to people. And like, I don't stand for that. I don't stand for treating people in certain ways. Definitely. Right? Like, I'm never going to have a business or associate myself with that kind of shit. Yeah. And so it happened. And I was like, okay, good shit. And someone was like, oh, do you know what he said? I was like, no, and I don't care. And I was like, please, no, like you don't have, and then they're like, well, do you want to know? I was like, no, that's fine. Like, if I listen to what was said, now
it will bother you.
It, right? Yeah, I'm going to think about it. It's in the back of my mind. I just know I don't want it. I'm really good at cutting things out of my life. Not cutting it off, but like if I made the decision, hey, I'm not cutting off the relationship. If this person texts me, like I'm still going to respond, right? But it's a vastly different tone. You're not going to get the version of Conor that you've experienced before because, hey, life has changed. Everything's about transformation. I'm not putting any blame on him. I feel bad because I think there's things to unpack in his childhood, right? A good leader isn't going to point fingers or blame. Never. It's saying, why would this individual be acting like this, right? I think there's something going on within his life, within his mind. And hopefully he's working on it, and I hope he finds a solution because everyone deserves to be happy and live in a state of love, right? Right. So that was interesting, and I love it. Like the only way, and Dr. Dave and I had this conversation this morning too, and it's exciting when people start talking shit if you're creating something because it means
you're doing it right.
And it legitimately does. Yeah. Like I remember the first time we got some heat back in college from, I don't even remember, like one of the companies, and it didn't hurt me, but it was like, I was confused. I was like, what the hell? We treat people so well and we do our absolute best work. And then it was like, I started reading more. And now whenever it happens, luckily it's not that often, but it just fucking, I mean, who cares, right? Like anyone's input, that doesn't matter. Yeah. But now it's just, it kind of gets me excited. I'm love like, hell yeah. I'm like, good shit.
Or like when people give you criticism. Dude, every time I upload a video, I always send it to like 5 people or like 10 people. Hey, what do you think about it? Hey, what do you think about it? Hey, give me some criticism. Like talk shit. Don't talk shit, but whatever the fuck. Just tell me
how can we make this better?
How can I make this better? Yeah. And that's what I like about people. I know the 5 people that I always send in videos and they tell me, Oscar, change this, or Oscar, have you thought about X, Y, and Z? And I love that. But thank you for that. I need to learn how to like not cut them off, but like just understand that I need to move on from that kind of trouble. And like, be a different Oscar, Yeah.
And it's like, there's a time and place for it, right? Like, I still will hang out with some of those friends, but it's like, I naturally find myself just being so much happier when I'm around. A lot of times I notice it's other business owners. It's it's regardless of what they're doing, because our conversations and what excites us are just spot on. We can talk about aspects of our business and like the challenges and what's growing, and that person understands it. Right? It's like
that's with me. Yeah. That's with me when I find out when somebody's a social worker, bro. What's up? I'll just talk about theories and philosophy and like, hey, what do you do X, Y, and Z? Or like we talk about cameras, or like we talk about anything. And I fucking love hanging out with people. Luckily, I've been hanging out with people like that more, that we have the same qualities, the same like ideologies, and it's like the best shit ever when it comes to anything. But that's if I have like a challenge right now to understand, it's just that. It's just like, I don't want to hang out with that guy no more, because like, fuck, I'm just doing drugs, I'm just doing that, all this partying. It's like, fuck, I need to wake up early. Shit.
I cut a lot of that out. You know? I noticed certain friends in my life, it's like, damn, when I really just sit down and think about it, it's like, I hang out with this individual and this individual, and it's only when we're partying. Like, I'm never, like, what is that? Like, there's something to unpack there, Conor, right? And I'm talking to myself at that point, and I'm like, huh, okay. And then, if we're gonna talk on the aspects of relationships too, there's times that I feel guilty, and
because you're using them in a way.
Not using. No. This is kind of taking a different direction. Guilty in the sense that I make an assumption that people understand I am really focused on like building a company, all these aspects in life, right? And that if I'm not communicating back and forth like a little junior high girl, like instantly responding and things, like life's happening, right? And we're creating. There's priorities, but like my assumption is that all of my friends and peers understand that, but yet I'm not effectively communicating that to them. So I feel guilt in the sense of like, I never want someone to think that it's me not valuing the relationship as much, because it's not. It's like when things are busy. And that's the other reason it's nice to hang out with other business owners, because they feel that same way, right? It's nothing against the individual. No,
you've got time.
It's like, my ideal is the friends where it's like, hey, we don't see each other for a year or two, and it's like we do, and things are just back to normal. Like, it's literally just, it might be a little easier. I don't want to say it's a little easier for guys, but I feel like just the personality types sometimes mesh well, right? Where it's like a lot of buddies from college, like I talk to you once a year, right? And like I get pumped.
But it's easy. It's like, hey, what's up, Conor? What's up?
It's right
like shit like that. Yeah.
And we get right into like the nitty gritty. Like there's no like small talk.
Guy shit, you know? Yeah. It is so sick. And again, going back full circle, I'm copying that sentence from you. Full circle. That like I'm growing in such a rapid pace, because I know people that are my same age and they're not doing jack shit. And I don't understand why. Come on, man. This is land of opportunity. Welcome to California.
And there's people above you doing so much more shit.
Yeah.
At 20,
and you have to understand that.
There's 19-years doing it, right?
Oh my God. So TikTokers? Like bro, there's 16-years millions millions of dollars. Guava juice, you know guava juice?
I know what it is. I don't know.
No, it's a YouTuber.
No.
Bro, he's so young. Oh, there's this kid that reviews toys, and he's like 8 or some shit. He has a million followers on YouTube. There's so many people that they're making so much money out of content. Like, if you're not making TikToks, Reels, all that shit, and you're in the career world, what the fuck are you doing? Like, there's so many ways now to make money. So many ways. Stocks. It's on your palm of your hand now with Robinhood, E-Trades, Coinbase, all that shit. Yeah. There's TikTok that now you can monetize it. Instagram is someone to monetize Reels, so that's another source now. If you say you're broke, it's because you're lazy. It's not because there's an opportunity. There is opportunity. It's just you got to find the opportunity.
You got to take action.
You got to take action.
There's times that I'll catch myself like, damn, I'm not happy with this area of my life. And then I'm just honest with myself. I'm like, Conor.
Exactly.
You didn't fucking put the work in, bro.
Exactly.
Like, come on. It's that easy. Like, again, I'm really good at making excuses. Used to be really good, right? Like, my mind could conceptualize, oh, well, this area of your life isn't as strong because this person a long time ago, or, you know, you were raised this way, right? That's why. And no, you don't. You just take full ownership, right?
Just know if you hang out with this man, your life is changing. I guarantee you. All right? He might be stinking a little bit, you know, but I just learned so much from you. And to this day, I'm always going to say thank you for that, you know? And I don't know who the fuck you hang out with. I really don't care. But, like, the fact you bring so much value to a person, you know? That's why I always want to keep contact with you, you know? Just the first time we did a podcast, that one sentence, I still remember. What is the highlight of your day? Bro, I use that shit every fucking day. I talk to everybody. If the mailman is coming, hey, bro, what's up? How you doing, G? Yep. And then I tell, what has been the highlight of your day? Well, they tell me the coffee, and then we expand the conversation, and I live. Bro, I guarantee you, to any future party or fucking guest, they're gonna learn so much from you, bro. And that's why I will never. I don't know. There's just something about you, bro, that I just admire from you, bro. Not like a mentor type level, but like on a friendship level as well. Because like all those little tweaks that you put in, bro, like they change you. They change you. I swear, I didn't notice. I recently got into like crystals. I didn't believe on that shit. It's like, what the fuck? I just kick a rock, whatever. Just pick up a rock. Okay, it's gonna do shit. Bro, but it's just that whole idea behind it and putting that effort or the secret. Watch The Secret. If you're not watching The Secret every month, what the fuck are you doing? Watch The Secret. Watch anything that will be when it comes to fucking manifesting, because that works, man. All that shit works. It's so crazy, bro.
Isn't it wild?
It sounds silly, but it works.
Happen, though?
Yeah.
Because you have to fully believe in it. And I think the first time I saw it, I was like, all right, well, I want this to be true, but it's like, this sounds a little woo-woo. Yeah. And then you start experiencing it. If you live it, and then you start experiencing it, your life has changed.
Just like I said,
that we all have full control of our future. And
once I told myself that I'm gonna get this type of money, or let's say I always told myself I want to make $1,000, just a check. I'm gonna say every day until I got it. Well, now it's 2K, 4, 6, 10, and always say it. To this day, I said I'm gonna make 6K, I'm gonna make 10K every fucking month. I'm gonna say. It might not happen, but shit, on July maybe I get like this big fucking contract with this company. You know, and I'll be so fucking happy because I told myself in January, I will make 10K. And February didn't happen. May didn't happen. All these fucking days until July comes and oh my God, I got it. Yeah. Looking back and it's like, no way. I fucking did that because on my journal, I wrote on this day that I'm going to make 10K some way, somehow. And I did it. And Conor, that feeling, bro. Yeah. Bro, I get ecstatic.
From nothing.
From nothing.
It was created. And it all started in your mind. Like, that's the wild thing. That's why this life is so fun. And I'm just so interested. There's so much I don't know about myself. And so much we don't know about the human brain. It's just this fun adventure. Like, damn, every day I'm learning a little bit more, right? You experience something. You experience new things, right? That's one of my other goals. Experience a new place, person, or experience every week, right? Luckily,
every week.
So it's something new. It's keeping me out of my routine because I'm very routine heavy. So I have to realize like I still need to like make sure there's newness always coming in. And usually I'm pretty good at it, right? And travel helps me out a ton there.
I just the first conversation we had, like you were saying that you like traveling a lot and all this experiencing different cultures and like lifestyles and going from first world to second, third world countries. Yep. And question to you is like, how crazy was Bali, or where the fuck did you went to like some crazy place in India, right?
Yeah, after business school, lived in Southeast Asia.
Fuck,
so it was actually we had Uptown Creation. At the time we were helping businesses on Instagram turn a follower into customers, right? Yeah. And it was all online. So my girlfriend at the time and then a business partner at the time, all three of us just moved, right? Business school was over and it was like, oh, we can work online. This is why we created the company, right? To make remote income and to live this lifestyle, this digital nomad lifestyle. That just fascinated me. Mm-hmm. I was like, damn, I think I can do it. And we went to Asia, right? The most expensive part is like getting that flight to the other side of the world, right? And then once you're there, it's pretty cheap. I mean, most people, so long story short, we had clients in northern Thailand. So we spent a lot of time in Chiang Mai. Mm-hmm. That's probably my favorite city in Thailand. Mm-hmm. And then on the weekends, you would go up to Pai. And then we bounced around from all these different countries, but the majority of the time was spent in the central islands of Indonesia, or like the island Bali, right? Right. Bali's awesome. Bali's actually a lot more cost effective if you live a certain type of lifestyle, right, than Thailand. Mm-hmm. And I think Americans don't travel internationally that often. That's what I also realized. So I feel like I have a huge advantage. Definitely. And I want to continue doing it because it makes me different. But I realize like the world's best education is go experience new cultures, go experience people, especially on the other side of the world where it's nothing like, nothing against Europe, nothing against Australia, but that's pretty fucking similar to the US, right? Like go to places that are just going to like where their day-to-day life just looks completely different.
Dude,
right?
Mexico.
Literally.
Dude, and we're right here. We live in San Diego. TJ's right there.
15 minutes.
And TJ doesn't look that appetizing either. You know what I'm saying? If you go more further than that, Rosarito, Ensenada, Mexicali, all these places, bro. And you see how people are grateful just to have tortillas, frijoles, and rice, bro. Like, I don't know. Like for me, I was living like terrible. Like when I was in Mexico and shit. It was terrible, bro. Like,
were you born in Mexico?
Yeah, Mexicali, and then Calexico right next to it, and then San Diego. Thank God I moved to San Diego. Thank God my mom did that fucking move real quick. But like, dude, Mexico, it's cool, whatever. But when I was there, the early 2000s, bro, it was terrible, bro. Like there was nothing there, you know. Like to go to like the Walmart, it's like fucking 20-30 minutes, bro, and it's insane. Like knowing that like you're playing soccer with people, something that I'm so grateful is just like I don't give a fuck if I'll make something. Like if I'm bored,
Yeah.
I could fucking draw and be happy with it. Cause I've been in that kind of like in that kind of environment, and it's terrible, bro. There's nothing to do, like, but you gotta be grateful and smile that you have that, you know. And then just coming back to San Diego, that's why I'm so grateful for everything that I fucking have: a beautiful camera, a laptop, my house, my apartment, TV, monitors, my computer.
These
bro,
mics. I know how excited you were when these mics came in.
When I called, bro, this microphone, bro, because I never thought we'd have this, bro. Dude, I swear to God, there's so many people in Mexico that they want to achieve this lifestyle, but they're too afraid to do it. They're just scared, and I understand that. And
why are they scared?
Because they don't have the funds, or if they fail, or if they're trying to cross the border illegally, like swimming or running, and they get caught. Now there's even worse, because I have homies that are like from Mexico City or Oaxaca or Guadalajara that they take a train, or this big ass train will lead you to Sinaloa from Texas, and they failed. I have 3 homies that have failed, and they're in depression. One died like on 2018 of depression because they don't have nothing to do. So I'm always grateful that like I able to achieve this American dream successfully, because I know friends that they're living this fucking terrible life, bro, and it sucks. I fucking hate it, you know. But I don't know, but just I don't know. I know it sounds egotistic or anything, but like you have to give it a chance, man. Like that's why I want to put all my like my social work to Mexico as well, because there's a stigma as well there that shit don't exist, all that shit. If you pull up with a secret in Mexico, bro, you're getting kicked in the fucking vagina, bro. You're definitely getting kicked. You're getting killed or something, bro, because what the fuck are you doing? You know, there to this day, I have my brothers lives there too, so he always said, brothers full of drugs. There's nothing there. There's no opportunity. If you have to be a doctor of top of the line engineering or like a politician to be somewhere in Mexico. If you're a fucking teacher, you're not making nothing, bro. You know what I make in a day, I make more than a fucking master's degree in Mexico. You know, like exactly. So the reason why I asked you about you travel is because I feel like you know how to like value life more, and I know how to value life more. And from people that didn't have an experience, just travel to like not poor places. I don't like to say that, but like places that like they don't have electricity at times, or like
don't just do it for vacation. Like do it to experience life.
Do it to experience life.
Yeah.
Try new things.
Like experience and view it as an adventure. That's something else. I don't look at like any travel, right? I could get a flight to Denver or Portland, Seattle, like whatever. And I tell myself everything's like an adventure, right? If you view things, and self-talk so important. So instead of travel, instead of let's go on a trip, like it's always adventure.
Yeah. Well, it's just the whole thing, like waking up.
It's the unknown.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, I'm excited for the unknown, because when it comes up, it's just going to be something fun.
Where are you trying to go after this COVID shit ends?
Oh, dude, I've been traveling quite a bit. It hasn't slowed me down yet. I mean, I'm leveraging the cheap flights.
Oh my God.
Dude, we live in San Diego, and the airport's like 5 minutes away from here. It's like, it's just so easy. Where I grew up, you had to drive 4 hours to go to O'Hare, right? Like any major airport. And like you talk about driving 20, 30 minutes to Walmart, like that's some bad thing. And anyone from the Midwest watching this is like, oh, I drive 45 minutes to get coffee every morning. Like,
stop.
Straight up. Think about rural places where it's like farmland.
Just
people live all over, but the city's here, and this is 50 miles out. Like you live here because you have property or whatever, you live on a farm, whatever, right. Then you want to come into like the city. That's some people, right? I grew up right next to Iowa City, so that made it a lot easier, where we had access to everything. And I want to bring this full circle, man, because you have a crazy upbringing, man, and my biggest takeaways are just the action you've taken, the adversity, and how you dealt with your dad passing a few years ago, and getting back to a routine, right? For your high energy self, and for coming to me, and without each other, this wouldn't happen, right? Like you were like, I need someone like you. We convinced, I don't want to say we convinced each other, but like you were the missing puzzle piece. If I ever wanted a podcast, I didn't want to start one if it didn't have video. I wanted video to be the focus. And you see the exact same thing, but you have your own podcast. You had mentioned something about, I think we can do something cool. And that's simply it. We don't really have any motive of like where this is going to go, but if we keep providing real authentic value, it's going to go somewhere, because the feedback that we've gotten is just unreal from people that were about to commit suicide, and they've watched one of these interviews, you know.
That's just crazy.
Literally had her bags packed so that her mom wouldn't have to pack them the next day. When, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like just wild. I can go into more detail, but I don't even know who this individual is, but I'm saying if that's the kind of impact and we can help one person, you know, just on any episode, let alone now we're hearing like, damn, it's helping people in ways I don't understand.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty.
Yeah.
It's going to hit and impact everyone in a different way. So I want to thank you, Oscar. Appreciate you, brother, because none of this would be possible without you. And thank you for tuning into The Social Seller. This is episode 5 with Oscar and Conor. We're going to keep bringing you the heat every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That is 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast. On YouTube, Apple Music or Apple Podcast, and Spotify, the new episode goes live.
Google Cast, everywhere. You name the fucking thing, it will be there. Shout out to Anchor.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you, Oscar, for making it happen. We will see you on the inside. Go subscribe if you want more value-based content. That is the one ask that we would have, is subscribe, just so that we know you're getting the value, and leave a comment below on a topic or a guest that you think we should have on here in the next few weeks. There's a lot of cool content coming, and I'm so excited for a few of these names that we're going to have on here in the next few weeks. So thank you, brother. We'll see you on the inside.
Peace.